Good morning. Today we're going to go over the second part of the Mega Man Legacy Collection, Mega Man 2. And I'm really excited about this one. This is the Mega Man 2 is actually the first game in the series I actually played. And I enjoyed it immensely, even though as a small child it was a little more difficult than I anticipated. It was still an enjoyable experience, and I can't wait to share that with you here in just a few seconds. Sit back and let's enjoy. Mega Man 2 shares a lot in common with its previous ancestor. The gameplay mechanics stuck to it, but if it's not broke, don't fix it approach, as Mega Man 2 plays almost identically to its predecessor. The open mission select system from the original game returns here to give you free choice between 8 entirely new robot masters or boss fights, and challenging gameplay to endure in order to get to them. A lot of emphasis is placed on precision jumping, perhaps even more so than the original, and many of these stages focus on making navigating their corridors difficult. With everything from vanishing platforms to the potential of being pushed off course by enemy contact, the game is every bit as difficult as I remember it being in my childhood. Mega Man 2 marks the actual debut of the password system I mentioned in the last video, and though again it's rendered to be kind of a moot point in the emulated version, it's still a fully functional device of the game, and just remember where to place the red dots upon the grid and you'll be transported to where you left off in the game, or if you have friends that play, it's possible to swap and access to the later levels. The emulated version allows for save states though, which makes keeping track of your progress much easier. The gameplay concept varied very little in the follow-up. Once at the end of the stage, you take on the boss in its one-on-one combat, and as before, it can be advantageous to clear the stages in certain orders, as each boss has a weapon it's weak to, which can make combat against the bosses themselves far easier. Not to mention those bosses' unique weapons can also provide vital assistance throughout the levels of the game. However, Mega Man still can't crouch to shoot or shoot vertically, which makes some of the enemies a little more problematic than others, such as the Frogs and Bubble Man stage. The larger frog is no problem on its own, it's the little ones that it spews out of its mouth that can be infuriating. It's the only way to do damage to them with the Mega Blasters to catch them while they're airborne, and being small and moving targets, it makes them a challenge to defeat. In Metal Man stage as well, there's a segment where drill bits assault Mega Man from below and above, with the assaults from below being harder to avoid as there's no indication of where they'll start their journey upwards. Thankfully, they seem to drop energy for Mega Man's health gauge often enough that it can counterbalance this, however. Airman stage also has a number of places where platforms you need to jump onto to progress can be hidden by clouds in the foreground. Timing your jumps is already a life or death situation throughout most of the stage, and I don't understand why they thought it was necessary to turn the challenge up even higher by having you have to guess where your targeted landing spot may or may not have moved to as you take leaps of faith to progress. And just like in the original, completing the 8 basic stages once again sends you to Dr. Wily's fortress. This time a 6-part dungeon filled with enemies, a set of boss encounters, and rematches against the 8 robot masters from the basic stages, along with a battle against the Wily Machine 2 and an alien to round it all out. In short, Mega Man 2 will pull no punches with its difficulty and provides a satisfying adventure to start to finish, and definitely adds great things to the series as a whole while not sacrificing the fun of the original. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below, and we'll get back to you within the next couple of days with Mega Man 3.